The Lord will open up the heavens, the gates of heaven without touch. The things you've been struggling for years, God will start to answer you. Amen. Open doors. Amen. In Jesus' name. Amen. It's good to see everyone. I am Rookie. And that's my mom. Her name is, let's introduce ourselves. Please, so that everybody sees. This is a very informal, meeting.
I am Grace.
Let's start here. Okay, Phyllis. Phyllis. That's one very good friend. Okay. Come and greet your people.
Hi, my name is Sarah.
Sarah.
Hello, my name is Essie.
That's my daughter. And that's, someone should take her picture. She never likes taking pictures. That's Marilyn. That's Marilyn, my bishop's daughter. Yeah. And she's my youngest, should I say daughter now? Because yeah, okay. And that's our auntie.
Patience.
Okay, Shola. Amanda, nice to meet you. Thank you for. I only met her once and we connected just last week, and I was surprised to see her. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Okay. And there's drinks. You can have any. Do you want a drink now? So that. Yeah, you sure? Okay. Okay, so like I say, welcome to Meeting by the Well. So pleased to see all of you. Sorry, I've not perfected the act of talking, so I read from my paper. But the first thing I like to say is this is not a church. It's just a meeting. I'm not a pastor, preacher, or anything. I always say I like to tell stories that relate to my life, you know, the Bible and practical stuff, really. Practical stuff. Because I find that we go to church and shout and pray and clap and do everything, but when we come back home, the things that we struggle with and the things that we're battling with, they still come back with us. Hopefully, as we share experiences together, hopefully I'm not the only one that's going to be talking. We can learn from each other. As parents, we can learn in dealing with our children, in ourselves, and you know, as youths, the younger ones coming, we can learn as well. And just pray that God will just meet us and speak. Definitely, God is here. He will speak to us in different ways. I don't know what He's going to do, but it's definitely not church. Definitely. So you might be surprised that it's one of the things I will do. That's one of the things I will use. But I believe God, if God can speak to speak through a donkey, He can speak through any kind of any kind of medium. Yeah. So yeah, the whole purpose is really to create an openness. You know, we have to worship God in spirit and truth. And at times there's a lot of falseness. I don't know whether we agree. There's a lot of falseness, and you know, God says you worship in spirit and in truth. You know, there are a lot of things we deal with. And at times we wonder why we're dealing with those things. So it's just to create for God to deal with us, we need to talk and open up and say things. So, and then hopefully receive an encounter, be able to, you know, enable you to really encounter Him. I don't know what He will do. He's just using me as a vessel, a very immature, vessel.
Not in the presence of God.
Well, that's what you think. Every once is coming again, I'm thinking, God, what
we are not the judge.
What are you putting me into? Look at mommy's face. I want to start sharing things about me, like her face goes. I'm free. I'm delivered. I'm delivered in front of God. You know, that's the test of real deliverance, transparency. You know, it's the test of real deliverance, transparency. So, anyway, the theme of this meeting is whose well are you drawing from? I'm sure, except you had probably in the first meeting, you probably wouldn't understand what I was saying, but do we all know the story of the Samaritan woman by the well? It's really based on her story. Jesus was waiting for her by the well, and He offered her, she came to fetch water, you know, He offered her something to drink. And instead of receiving what Jesus had for her, she says, are you greater than our father Jacob, who gave us this well and drank from it? Not just him, his whole family, and even his livestock. You know, that's something that's a system that had been put in place for her. And she kept coming to that same system. But the funny thing is that she kept coming You know, she was like in a, in a vicious circle. Because that's the only thing that was laid down for her from generations past. But wasn't giving her any kind of freedom. And when Jesus offered her something new, at times because we are so used to the way we behave, this is the way we do it. This is the way we do things in our village. This is the way we do things from where we come from. We don't ever see a different way of doing things. So yeah, this is what this meeting is kind of all about. I may be all over the place. Let's just flow with how God will lead. How many of us like drinking water?
I do.
Wow. How many of us have ever tried Costco water? Is it just the cheapest? Have you ever tried drinking it?
I think I buy it more than any other.
Oh gosh, you open one bottle. Have you tried Costco water? Water from Costco. Have you tried Costco? I never used to. Have you tried it?
No.
Wow.
I wonder if there's anything they put in it.
You go there sometimes you won't find it.
This week alone, I can't count how many bottles I've drank from Costco. It's like, before when I buy a case 36, I'm thinking it will last me a long time because I don't like water. You know? But when you drink Costco water, it's like, what, especially when it's chilled. It's cold.
Yeah.
You know? And you said it's cheap. And it's cheap. You see that whole case there? There's about 36 inside it. 35 inside. Is it 35? And it's only about £3.
Wow.
Yeah, £3.
49p.
But is it really cheap though?
It is. It is very cheap.
for one.
Very cheap.
How many Costco's do we have in London?
I about
4.
I was thinking
Oh, really?
4.
I think they're about 4.
Well, the whole, including Essex, I know, only 4.
Really?
So in order for you,
There's one in Edmonton.
is there one? I know I checked on the website yesterday, it's only about 4.
Okay.
Chigwell and all the other places, only about 4. So in order for you to buy that water, you have to take a trip down to, so if you, where do you live? Woolwich. You need to buy Costco, water from Costco. As cheap as it is, you have to take a trip down to Croydon. If you are driving, okay, forget you are driving, transport. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Is it really cheap?
It's not cheap at all.
You have to go down to Costco. For me, that's major.
Yeah.
Because I'm so busy. Mommy knows, everybody knows, I am so busy. But for me to get this water that I'm saying is cheap and very sweet, I'm telling you, I've never tasted any water, Evans and the rest, they're not like, it doesn't taste like this. I will have to go down to Costco. She's drinking. Am I telling the truth? Maybe when it's cold, you try. And when I go to Costco, my card knows I've gone to Costco. Because I'm not buying, just buying for myself. I'm buying for mommy, I'm buying for her mommy, I'm buying for this meeting, and it's not just one case. It's not just one case, you're buying loads and loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of cases, you understand? If you enter mommy's house, it's like a store. It's like a store. She buys it, she doesn't want to hear that it is finished. Just yesterday, you know, I'm complaining about my car, but at least I have a car. Can you imagine if somebody else didn't have a car, how you go down to Costco? Just yesterday I was there. You need to see me. I had to wake up first thing in the morning to go and sit down in there because I went to Macro, after Macro, Costco, and Costco, because the time, you know, Macro, do we know Macro?
Yeah.
It opens at 7:30 and Costco it opens at 9:30. So you finish I was like running, finish this shopping because I needed to buy some drinks for this place. But I got to Costco, I still had to sit down in the car waiting for it to open at 9:30. And I had to do all my shopping before work. So you can imagine me yesterday. At times it's in the evening, just before it closes. You're rushing just to get water because it's the cheapest. Is it really cheap? In terms of your time?
Not even that.
In terms of your petrol and everything. You know, so let's just run with our imaginations. You know, I don't know how I always come up with kind of story. So you can imagine I was there yesterday. Is there someone?
It's my daughter.
You can come in. Just don't worry. You're prettier than the rest of us here. You're younger anyway. Anyway, so actually, hello, hi, say our big pictures, please. Oh, it's a picture. Oh, it's recorded. No, it's a picture.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, so let's just run with our imagination. And I really mean run. So let's say, as I walk into a Costco, where the water aisle is, the section is, I just go there, and then there's this strange looking man waiting for me. Not waiting, well, only God knows, sitting down there, standing there waiting by Costco. And as I the massive trolleys, have you seen those trolleys?
Yeah.
You don't know whether you're pushing the trolley or the trolley is pushing you. You need to go. It's a big warehouse. So you can imagine this man. You know, he's looking at me as I'm coming, or just, you know, in the aisle waiting, and I'm thinking, okay, who is this strange man standing here waiting? And as I bend down, actually it wasn't bending down because yesterday I was one of the first people in the place, so the pile was higher than me. As I go and take water, he now says, give me a drink. You know, he says, give me a drink. A normal human nature, we look at him and say, you know, first of all, you are in my way, you're blocking me. Who are you? You know, you are in Costco. Get your own drink. You know, that's the first thing you will say, isn't it? You will say, get your own drink.
Yeah.
And anyway, because I'm safe for proper, that was before. Now that I'm safe for proper, I'll probably say, okay, in order for me to give you this drink, I would have to
Go and pay first.
buy my finished shopping. I cannot just go and pay then come back. I have to go and finish all my shopping. You know, because I also wanted to buy some other things. Then go and pay. Then before I can even give you one drink. And then he'll probably say, if you knew who I am and what I have to give to you, you will be asking me for a drink and I will give you water. What will I do? I'll be looking at him and say, first of all, you don't even have a trolley. You don't even have a trolley. Auntie, can we carry that? Can you carry that? Can you carry it? I want to carry it.
Yes. You want to carry it?
Carry it. Can you carry it?
I think I'm still strong.
Can you see how heavy? I will take it from it.
Oh, wow.
You know, can you see there's no way you can carry it without the trolley. And if you're carrying it. I know. So I'm going to first of all say, you don't even have a trolley. And maybe he's funny looking. I'm like, okay, you don't even have money. You don't even have a credit card or debit card. How are you going to give me this water? And then he says, if the drink I want to give you now, if you taste it, you will never have to come back to Tesco, with them to Costco. And I'm like, where are you going to get this water from? Are you greater than
This one.
Is it Ketland? Ketland Natural? Or is it Oren or Costco who gave us this water and that we've been drinking and buying? I don't know where they came from. Costco. We didn't start, when I came to London, we didn't hear it, but immediately we heard of it. Everybody goes to Costco to buy. You know, and he says, are you greater? And I asked him, are you greater than Costco or Ketland or whoever makes this water? Who provided this water, gave to us and his whole family and his customers and everybody is drinking from it. But then he says everyone who drinks from this will test again. Would have, you know, everybody who drinks from it will test again. Because it feels like it's refreshing. You drink it. I wake up in the middle of the night to drink water. It feels like it's refreshing, but in reality, the more you drink, the more you want. Anyone who drinks the water which I give will never test again, not ever. The water I give will be like a spring inside of you, so you don't have to come here. So I'm like, you mean I don't have to come to this well again? Sorry, Costco. You know, you mean I don't have to come to Costco? You know, and I'm thinking, okay, give me this water so I never have to come here, test again, or never have to come here. And then he says, go and call your husband. I'm like, okay. At this point, I think we all ought to know that this conversation we just had has got nothing to do with water. I'm just using it as an illustration.
We know.
You know, thank God. I'm sure your daughter is looking at me and thinking, what am I supposed to sit down and talk about water? It's about the wells that we visit, the things that we do to try and quench the inner thirst in our lives. We find that Jesus asked the woman to go and get her husband. And I'm sure we know the history of the woman. She must have said, oh no, you didn't just go there. And Jesus said, I have no husband. Sorry, the lady said, I have no husband. That's nicely put, I have no husband. That's what Jesus said. You've had 5 husbands, and the man you're living with now isn't even your husband. You spoke the truth. Sure enough, you spoke the truth. Yeah? Now I'm going to show you a short clip of an interview I did with a lady last month. Marilyn, can you